Okay, so we about to. So before,
Before everything's alleged.
and not even just that, we had started months ago when Diddy first got arrested. We was like, we gonna follow the whole Diddy case.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna follow the whole Diddy case. So I'm seeing like different bloggers online. So what I'm like, yeah. So we're gonna talk about it on the show. But what I've been doing is I've been following different. I'm following Breakfast Club to see because I'm following different bloggers to see how they get the information and to see what information they get and to like follow it from there because a lot of times like the bloggers and the press they not just reading headlines and stuff. When you follow the bloggers and the press, and you actually get the whole story. So that's how I was able to find. It was a show. His name is Armand Wiggins. He actually wrote down all the text messages. So I was able to follow that way, and then I follow Lauren LaRosa on the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
Was following her because she's there too. She's doing the
Okay,
case too.
okay.
So I was like, let me make sure I get all the correct information.
Yeah, you're well versed.
Yeah, let me make sure I get all the correct information before I get up there and start talking about it. But I understand. I get it. I had a conversation with one of my frat brothers earlier, and I get the victimization of Cassie.
Yeah.
I get it. But I still look at her mad different in this situation. I understand what she meant to do. She was 19 years old. But when I'm listening to the freak off conversations, and I can't wait to get that big black in my and all of that, and just like initiating some of the acts and actually organizing some of the freak offs and actually getting a lot of the stuff together. It was amazing just to listen to how involved she was.
Yeah.
And then like listening like day to day, her words would change. How you feel? Did you?
I've been getting bits and pieces of it, and before I say what I'm about to say, whatever happened does not warrant somebody to get beat up. A man to beat up a woman. Now, I don't want to say I don't condone violence because I do feel like. I mean, I felt like if he wanted something like that to happen, he has money where he could have picked a woman to maybe go in a boxing ring or something, do a charity boxing match or something like that. But I don't condone men hitting women. But like you said, man, I'm looking at Cassie kind of, and I don't want to victim shame nobody, but at first I was like, there is no way that Diddy will ever get off. But pause. Pause when I just said no Diddy. Yeah, but hey, I feel like, man, it may be a possibility for it. And I just want to add this because it's just about what came out today about the situation where she was dating her husband and she was in the bed. I'm trying to choose my words. She was in the bed with Diddy while she was FaceTiming her. I know she. You think she getting a divorce after this?
I think so. I think that I think. I mean, allegedly, she's getting a divorce, but I think that he looked very uncomfortable leaving. And they said that he was very red because he's a Caucasian guy. And you can really, a lot of times it's hard for Caucasian people to hide how they're feeling because they actually change the pigmentation of their skin changed. So they say he was very red. And they say he walked out at one point when some of the text messages, because just to sit there and see these text messages face to face, because she probably told him some of this stuff.
Yeah, but she ain't telling him everything.
But the thing about it is her team were showing text messages, not showing the other sides. But now we have all the text messages where you're seeing everything that's going on. I think that her credibility is shot too, because every day she's changing things that she said. It was one day she said something, I can't remember exactly, I gotta look back, but she said something happened, and then the next day she said it didn't happen. And then the prosecutors, not prosecutors, Diddy's lawyers are saying, well, you said this, and she's getting confused. And she said, well, it was a long time ago. She's doing a lot of that. I'm not victim blaming her, but you said that it doesn't warrant him beating her, right? But I'm not taking away what he did. What he did was scumbag, and he should have got punished for that, and he should. But he's not on trial for beating her. The trial has nothing to do with the beating. The trial has everything to do with the RICO charges and the sex ring and the
X, the SET,
the X, yeah, whatever. And the other thing too is what you were saying. You was like nothing. Nigga, these two crackheads.
Yeah.
Like they were naming all the drugs they was on, and dude, I ain't got a list that long. They would Diddy. They were on a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so y'all can say it. Y'all probably gonna watch this. I'm biased. I'm just gonna admit to it. I've never been a Diddy fan, so I feel even though what you just said about the video has nothing to do with the case. The video's already out there. Everybody already saw it. So that's no matter if it doesn't have anything to do with the case, it is still gonna play a part in the case. And I'm just speaking for myself. I sit online all day and I hear people talk about karma. Karma. This is karma for this, and this is karma for that. There have been numerous artists out there who said Diddy has stole from him. You could look at the situation with him and Shine and all that, however you want to take it or whatever. And sometimes when karma spin the block, there's no rules to karma. So say the video that has nothing to do with the case, but the video convicts him. Okay, karma. There's no fair when it comes to when you do so much dirt that could have been avoided, and a lot of this could have been avoided. It's just when you get that money, power, and fame, it just have people just turn into monsters. And then you have other people that follow these people and feel like just because this person is a successful businessman and everything, that people are trying to take him down. Honestly, he took himself down. You put yourself in that position. There have been so many other famous or people that's popular, celebrities that have money that don't put themselves in that position. You put yourself in that position, this is what you get. Hope it's a learning experience for others that may come after him.
I just to throw this out there, didn't want to forget about this. Just like I said, this is two crackheads. That's how I feel. Like when you listen to the whole thing, it's two crackheads. But there was a point though where in the text messages, because Cassie was saying that he was forcing drugs. They have text messages where Diddy was trying to send her to rehab, trying to get her off the drugs, trying to tell. But I know that she was a crackhead at the time, so she probably don't remember all of that. But then she remembered that, and then she started saying, "Well, he was very sweet to me at times too." He was, because they are both. And I understand that he was like, how many years her senior? Because she was 19.
And and I'm telling you, that's how they're gonna look at that, and they're gonna be like, well, who introduced her to it?
Yeah, Cassie is 38 years old now, right?
Yeah, but when she was 19.
Well, I'm saying, how long? She was a crackhead for a long time. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but depending on the jurors, they're gonna look at this as. And I hate, and you bring colorism into it too. She's a fair-skinned woman, and they're gonna look like, oh, this poor little 19-year-old girl was brought into this situation by this grown man, and even though he tried to help her, he's still the reason she turned out like that. So that's how people try to spin it and everything. So I mean, I'm not making no. I'm just saying that's how people look at the situation.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Because we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
And let me see how you answer this question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so fighting drugs and fighting alcohol. I mean, I've been to treatment or whatever.
Yeah.
Cassie pregnant. We know she's pregnant.
She pregnant now?
Yeah, she's pregnant now.
Okay.
She 8 months pregnant. She 8 months pregnant. And like that messes with their mind too. So maybe that's why she's forgetting a lot of stuff. I don't know. But she's 8 months pregnant. Mm-hmm. Do you think, I know a lot of women, because I know women that stay sober doing everything. Do you think she still have a drug problem? Because that's a long time on drugs. And then people like, well, her husband is a trainer and he's in the gym. And I know there's a lot of bodybuilders that do steroids, which is something that you can become addicted to, and do cocaine. Yeah. Steroids and cocaine, a lot of bodybuilders. Like, I forgot, Storm Monroe, I was watching his show, he was talking about a lot of bodybuilders do cocaine, a lot of bodybuilders do steroids. You know what I'm saying? So that is an addiction too. Do you think that she still might be on Percocets, might be on pills? Do you think she's sober? She look good, you know, and looks sober, but
Man,
they know how to buy those things to get that stuff out of their system real quick.
I don't even know how to even answer that, man. Cause on one hand, I want to kind of give her the benefit of the doubt, but on the other hand, like you said, she been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. But I mean, this trial from the bits and pieces, I haven't been following it like you, but from the bits and pieces I seen, she's not as innocent as I thought she was.
You thought she was so sweet.
Especially that situation. I'm not gonna lie, man. That situation that came out today, that got me heated because I was like, man, how dare you? That's just foul.
What's that song
That's foul.
The one song she always had.
She had a song.
Yeah, it was one song, and it was the only good song she ever had. And I can't remember. It was one.
I can't
song.
remember. I ain't even trying. And I'm not trying to be funny, and I ain't trying to knock her, but I can't remember Cassie's song. I'm not.
That's the only song she ever had, and Diddy played her because Diddy like kept saying he was gonna put out new music. And
Well, yeah, but he did.
She had a 10 album contract. She was still his worker. She was still somebody that, and she worked.
Yeah, I just.
So we gonna come back. You done with the Diddy?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
You done with Diddy?
I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say, but like we'll see. Hey, like I said, if he don't get convicted, I won't be shocked. I mean, at first I was thinking I'll be shocked, but after everything that's been transpiring, I wouldn't be shocked if we.
They said fair cases are 99% chance of him getting convicted.
Yeah, he might be that 1%.
I think he that 1%.
Well, I don't know because what you call it supposed to testify Don Richards.
We got 8 weeks. That's abuse though. Like we do have 8 weeks, but the abuse part is you got to eliminate because the abuse part is just to diminish his character. And
Yeah.
diminish his character. What they want to do is diminish his character to the point what they're trying to say. Well, there have to be other criminal things that's going on that built this whole business of, you know what I'm saying, this whole RICO thing. So it's kind of like the abuse part is not what he's on trial for. He's on trial for forming a criminal organization that is about sex, drugs, and all those other things.
Yeah,
and it's 8 weeks.
Yeah, but to add on to that too, you have to realize this is in the hands of a jury too, and juries. I think honestly, I think it's gonna be a hung jury. Because I think you're gonna have some people that's gonna look at it like that, like, okay, this case is about this, and it's not about all the other stuff. But then you're gonna have other people that's on the jury they playing on their sympathy, and they're gonna be judging it off their emotional feelings and everything. I think it's gonna be a hung jury.
Well, I let me see if I remember. With hung juries, do they have to they do the case again? Because hung jury,
they may have to do or he might. I don't know if he'll walk or I don't know.
No, he walk until they do the case again. If it's a hung jury, but no, because
we'll have it for y'all next time.
Yeah,
I gotta look
because I'm trying to think because I know that if it's okay, hung jury, there's a hung jury, then there's a not guilty. Yeah. So yeah, we have it for you next time.
I would be surprised if it's 100% guilty, 100% not guilty. Now I would be honestly.
But if one person say nay,
that's a hung jury. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, gonna come back talk about DDG and Hallie.
Did he do it? Did he not?
Yeah.